Once again, ladies, I'm here. Happy Friday. I hope you're all having a wonderful and blessed Friday. I just wanted to tell you about my day today. Well, this morning. Usually, I would be at work by 9 o'clock or before 9 o'clock to open up, make sure everything's together. But I got up late because I had a call from a lady and we was talking about God. And so, yes, I was running real late. I didn't get a chance to leave out of my house till after 10, but luckily I didn't have a massage. When I got to my car wouldn't start. And I thought, okay, everybody had gone to work. All my neighbors had already gone to work because usually I would be leaving when they leave to go to work. But this day I'm late and now my car can't start. So I get out my jump leads, hang around for a little while, and I'm asking myself, well, I pray to God that somebody's going to come along. Anyway, a young lady comes along in this beautiful truck, and I asked her if she could help me, and she said yes. So she decided to help me do a jump start my car. But she was coming to see her boyfriend. And I didn't know this because I've never seen this lady before. So she was there going to see her boyfriend. And she's helping me to start my car. He comes out of his apartment. Yes, I do live in an apartment because that's where I am for the time being until God bless me with a house. Anyway, he comes out angry with her. Why would you come to see me in your boyfriend's truck? Right? Why would you come and see me in your ex-daddy's truck when you're telling me you want to be in a relationship with me? And he's mad. Mad. Right? And I'm here stuck in the middle of a domestic violence situation, or I should say an abusive situation, and my car can't start. And this young girl is very scared. Anyway, I asked him to help me jumpstart my car, which he did. And all this time he's nagging at the girl and she's scared, right? So anyway, what happened was, after the jumpstart my car for me, she drives down to his apartment. But what she was doing originally, she was going to park where my apartment was so he would not see her in a baby daddy's truck. But it was like, because of what I did, and she had to come and help jumpstart me, he came out, and that's how everything escalated. But look at God. In all this that was taking place, it was weird because she started to say, I'm going to leave, and he wouldn't let her go. He jumped in the back of the truck and started to rummage, and she got scared. She came up back to where my apartment was, and I said to her, look, I'm advocate for women of domestic violence. You've got children. You need to think about them. This relationship you've got no business being in if you've got a baby daddy and that's where you're coming from. And now you're coming to see this guy in his truck. I said, you need to take your truck and go. She says, he won't let me go. And I'm going to have to call the police. So anyway, because she'd parked the truck far from where I live, I walked down to where he was. And I said to him, look, this is not good. He says, women always take the women's side. Women always take the women's side. I says, I'm not taking any sides. I don't care what she's done and I don't care what you've done, right? She has got no business coming here if she's still with a baby daddy and you're trying to make a relationship work. He says, well, I've been with this girl for 17 years. I've been with her for 17 years. And I says, in 17 years, if you've been with this girl, have you got children for her? He says, no. And I says, and therefore, she's not the one for you. He says, you know what? He put his hands up like this, as if to say, thank you. I says, technically, all you both of you are doing, you're just being codependent on each other. She doesn't want you and you don't really want her. But because both of you want to be in a relationship with each other, you don't love each other. You love each other, but you're not in love with each other. And he says, you know what, you're right. I know I'm not in love with her, right? We just that we've been together for 17 years. But I says, in 17 years, this girl has gone and got baby for somebody else. So then therefore, you're not the one that she really wanted to be with. And he says, you know what, you're right. And I said, just let her come and take her truck. Right, let her go. Right, because God has got somebody in store for you. But because you keep going back, God cannot give you what you are supposed to get. And he told the girl, you know what, come and take your truck. You can go. You can go. And you know what, this man let the girl go. The last thing I heard him say to her was, I hate you. But I know he doesn't hate her, right? But he knows deep down inside of him, he needs to let this girl go. And so that's what happened. And I really believe that God allowed my car not to work just so that I could be there for this couple, because trust me, you could tell already that this relationship was going to be, it was going to be volatile, because you could see he was angry. You could tell that there's drugs in play in all this. You know what I'm saying? And she says, when she drove away, she says, thank you. I need to think about my children. You know, many times we're in relationships that we've got no business being in, and we think automatically, yes, we need to be in that relationship. But sometimes God is going to let us walk away from a relationship, because if it doesn't mean us any good, God is going to take us away from that relationship. And if something is not right, just let it go. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no point sitting in something that is not worth your while. Why? Why are you wasting your time, wasting your energy? Especially when there's children involved. Sometimes you have to walk away, because you're making that child grow up into be something that you don't want your husband or your boyfriend or your partner or whosoever to be, but you are allowing your children to see all this negativity, and then you want them to be something better in their lives. It's not going to work. Because if they keep seeing domestic violence, what do you think that they're going to grow up to become? Either they're going to become an abuser, or they're going to flip the switch. That's why so many of our men are in prison. So many of us women are single, and because we've been through domestic violence. It wasn't our fault, right? But we want to think, okay, it's all about sex. It's not going to be about sex anymore. It's going to be about your commitment to God, your commitment to a relationship. And if you, in the beginning of a relationship, see something that is not right, then you need to let it go. Don't prolong it and think, oh, it's going to change and it's going to get better, because a relationship will never get better. 9 times out of 10, it's going to get worse. And then you will look back and say to yourself, I've wasted all these years on something, rather than walk away to find something better. You know what I mean? God God doesn't want any of us to be in any form of abusive relationship. That's not what God designed for us. God wants us to be on one accord with our husband, with our partners. And that's why it's about a relationship, not a friendship. Because, you know, they say marriage has got a ring to it. It's got an engagement ring. There's a wedding ring, and it also comes with suffering. But don't have the suffering before you get the engagement ring and before you get the wedding ring, because it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, I'm just putting this out to you. This couple was young, but he said he was in a relationship with this girl for 17 years, right? But they look really young. So the both of them must have been in their 30s. So all I'm just saying to you, stop sitting in relationships that are meaningless, that are not centered on God, because that's not what God designed for us to be in. You know what I'm saying? So if you have to walk away, because there's no shame in walking away. There's no shame in walking away. But there is shame when you find that somebody has died because of domestic abuse. Don't let your flowers be one that's on a coffin, not one that somebody's willing to give you and put it in your hands. So if you have to walk away, if you have to let a bad relationship go, let it go. Let it go, because it's not serving you any purpose.